Right, time for my blog today. This week, in terms of the job, I wanted to do a fire warden's course that's coming up next week, but I've been told that they can't spare me to do it. So I'm a little bit upset about that, but ultimately I suppose it doesn't matter. The point is that it was a national qualification which would really help for me to have. I've got a few jobs lined up, a few serious prospects for different jobs lined up coming up in the next sort of week or two. So I'm quite excited that I may have another job soon. I don't want to talk about that yet, but it's getting serious. Where do I start? This week has been particularly hard for me. It's been the 5-year anniversary of a self-inflicted accident which has been responsible for a lot of the negativity and a lot of the problems I've had in my life since 2003. It's got me quite emotional at points. It's difficult to explain, and I don't really want to go into it, but it's been a difficult week this week, really quite difficult. Right, in terms of the forum, let me first say that I understand why the Christian section has been closed, and I fully support the administration in doing that. I've got quite a unique view on this, because I was around on the forum when the Christian section first opened. I have been a moderator for that particular section for probably about 6 months, and I've posted non-stop there ever since it was opened. I've seen a lot of people come and go from it. I know a lot of reasons why people were unhappy, but I want to assure you that not all of them have gone because they are disillusioned at the way that the mods handle the section. What I don't think a lot of people understand is the fact that being a moderator isn't always some sort of position of power. It's actually quite a difficult task, because no matter what section you're moderating, the usual idea is that when anybody's upset or anybody has difficulties, they come to you. When it comes down to the Christian section, this is quite difficult, because often those things that they have a problem with are part of their value system. That it's part of their belief. It's not an idle, disagreement. Often it's quite serious, and for the people involved, it can be a matter of spiritual life and death. Having said all that, it doesn't help that a lot of the people who don't post there a lot are getting upset and are ranting about how bad the moderators are there, and how awful they feel, and how there's no love, and how many times have they offered suggestions to the administration in which change can happen. How often are they prepared to put in the work to make the change? A lot of people go on the forum for fun, and that's fine. But there are a few of us who don't. It's not just a matter of fun. We actually love the place, and we are prepared to put in effort, hard work, to get that place looking very good. And the moderating team as a whole are a group of people who are very, very committed. We're on there every day. It's not a case of once a week or whatever. We're on there every day posting, and I think that a couple of us have felt like we've been attacked in that area, and that it's basically we have to close it. We have to reevaluate and then reopen. And when we reopen, there will be some changes, and Nathan is dealing with what those are going to be, and we've set the deadline for when Boomer, who's the moderator of that section and on blackout in Iraq at the moment, comes back. So don't worry, it's not dead. It's coming back, but and this time it's going to work. But hopefully there will be a few changes. Now, one of the things, and one of my major concerns, is that the vast majority of people who have spoken to me and left the Christian section are Roman Catholics who do not feel that their position is valued. Now, whilst I disagree with the person who did threaten to go to Matt Hughes' sponsors because he felt marginalised, whilst I disagree with that totally, you should know that that person was a Roman Catholic who was pretty harshly treated. And I think that, you know, we have to do one of two things. We either have to make it so it's denominational, in which case, you know, at fair play you can exclude Catholics. In which case, all I'd say is feel free to start any Christian, you know, threads in a different section in the woodshed if you're a Roman Catholic, and I shall talk to you there because I don't have a problem with that. Or we say that you know, we will recognise all denominations, in which case there has to be some changes in terms of the administration's response to this as well, because it was not just a situation of people posting that caused the situation that Nathan mentions. So you know, I hope that we as a mod team and we, in terms of interacting with you as patrons of the forum, yeah, can pretty much sort of sort that out and get it back on the road. Until then, I will be posting my church reports in my blog, the same thread as this one. So, you know, that's not a problem. And as I say, you know, at the moment it's just on hold. It's not dead, you know, but hopefully this has provided a space for people to think about things. And now is the time, if you have any suggestions, and may I say that, you know, constructive suggestions, to I guess get in touch with Nathan or one of us, so that we can, when we reopen, we haven't suddenly got a load of people that are thinking of fantastic new ideas. You know, when the time to think about that is now, whilst the situation, whilst that section of the forum is closed down. I personally think it will take a lot of weight off, because, as you know, the one thing that's been coming up in my blogs recently is how bad things have been on that section in the last 3 weeks. So, you know, let us come together and try and make this work, because I think it's quite important. Now I am going to go out into the sunshine. In fact, I'm going to go to Costa Coffee and have some fun.